actually.
Oh, that must be a university thing because we never get that thing.
Yeah, I'm on my school account.
Right. Okay. Hi, Jake.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
I'm an annoying technical person,
He's not very annoying, but
so I'll be butting in.
so, well, first off, just thank you guys. I really appreciate you hopping on and have a quick conversation. As you can both see, you're Ranger fans, which, as much as that disgusts me, it's useful for this. So I'm gonna start recording as well, and then we're just gonna walk through a couple steps before we start having the conversation. Okay. So first off, can both of you change your computer or phone so they're kind of set to eye level the way mine is? Jake, if you have something like
Yeah,
prop
let's
your
see.
computer on,
Yeah, one sec.
like a stack of books would be pretty
I can
useful.
get some of my old textbooks out that I don't use anymore.
Fantastic.
And then some, Ryan, there's something we didn't go into the other day, but in one of the settings on the video settings, there's like a original ratio. And you see how Tyler's in a frame is squarer than yours and Jake's?
Yeah.
Because you're like HD ratio. So Tyler, you said you're on a phone, right? Not an iPad.
Yeah, I'm on a phone.
Do you know where can you go into the Zoom settings?
Yes.
I've not really done it on a phone before, so if you can just see if there's a ratio.
So would it just be under more?
Jake, you're gonna go into settings too.
Meeting settings.
So like it's the zoom.us in the top left of your computer.
Okay.
Open preferences.
Yep.
And then click on video.
Okay.
And what should be clicked is original ratio and HD. And then unclick mirror my video.
Let me see, meeting settings.
Yeah, it should be there should be video. There should be sorry, but forgive me because I've never done that on the phone. But,
yeah, no.
But if it's anything like the iPad app, there's video options.
So more, and then
let me have a look at my phone if there's a.
I can try and see if it'll work through my computer. Just with like school and stuff, I've had some bad luck on my Wi-Fi. I kind of live in a dead zone, for lack of a better word. But I can try and join the meeting on my computer and see how that goes.
Sure. If you think that could work.
Let's see. Zoom.
How was it being back at school, Jake?
It's so nice. Just like not be at home. I've been playing some hockey and stuff, which is great, and just skiing and doing internships. So
yeah,
really can't complain.
How was the thing this morning?
It was okay. I woke up late and then I just kind of joined in. It was just like watching like their swearing in ceremony. So
fair enough.
It was just logging onto YouTube and taking a couple notes.
Gotcha.
Ryan, what's the meeting ID just to join it on my computer?
It is 962 8853
8853
7468.
7468. Let's see how this works.
Ryan, is this high enough for you? You want me to put like another book under there?
If you have another book, that'd be ideal, but it's not the biggest deal.
And Ryan, this is a good test because I don't know if you can hear the difference between, well, you can't hear yourself, obviously, but when I listen to your audio, you're crisper than Jake's. Now, Jake's is acceptable. It's absolutely fine, but there's a little digital edge to it because it's going through the Bluetooth. So,
absolutely.
So Jake, I have wired headphones somewhere.
Do they have a mic on them?
They do.
Okay, great.
There you go.
Sometimes, people, if this is like some celebrity, you don't want to hassle them. And so maybe you'll just live with it because you just want to keep them in the moment.
Jake, actually, wait to put them on until Tyler does it though.
Okay.
Like, Grant, you're absolutely right, but I want to have this part in the recording that I send.
Okay, sure thing.
Sorry about that. I'm just trying to get it to load.
Well, I mean, we're fine because we're not really going yet. I'm gonna kill my recording for now.
Should
so-
start. soon.
if you've just paused it, right? The recording.
I stopped mine. I'm gonna do a new one though.
Okay. Sometimes I don't know about the newest version of Zoom, but sometimes it's glitchy when you start recording again, that it just saves the first version of the recording. So usually if I stop a recording and start it again, I have to quit out of Zoom and then start again just to be safe.
That would be a real bummer.
Yes, it would, but I'm recording anyway and I'm keeping it going. It's easier just to
Fair
keep
enough.
it going and editing out later than risk losing the thing.
That's a good
Alright.
point.
So I'm just setting it up on my
That's the whole point of
computer
this.
quickly.
I mean,
and
Zoom
then-
is like, it's not designed for like these to be a recording broadcast thing really. So we're kind of modifying it for our purposes.
The pandemic world.
Yeah, I know. Jake, are you in
Fun
Madison?
fact I have.
Sorry, what?
Are you in Madison too?
No, I'm in Burlington, Vermont.
Oh, that's why you said you were skiing.
Jake and Tyler
Yeah.
actually don't know each other.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Let's see. Okay. I have to apparently. This is weird. I actually haven't used Zoom for school yet, which is like I'm one of like
No, I haven't either.
probably
so.
5.
No, Tyler wasn't in school last
Let's see.
semester.
Oh yeah, what did we try and do? We
Somehow
tried to do a Zoom.
haven't.
He was playing junior hockey actually in Maine.
That's sick.
What we did a thing with Eric at the media department at Madison, and they wouldn't use Zoom. You had to use a different service.
BB
Was it-
Collaborate?
Was it Eric Hoyt?
Eric Gunnison. But,
Oh.
but we had to use a different. He said they don't let you use Zoom in his department.
Maybe in his
That's weird.
department. I haven't
Yeah.
taken any class in his department. What software did he use?
It was like, let me just see. It was like Webcast or something. It was like a Microsoft one.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no, a Cisco. It was a Cisco.
Oh wait, it
Cisco.
might be working. let's see.
And the recording isn't as good for the Cisco, so it was a bit of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Why is it? Okay, why does it say I'm the only one in this? Yeah, so it says it's not responding on my computer.
All right, so this is we'll have to, it's better to have an image than no image. So we'll work with the phone.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries at all.
This is going to happen.
Yeah.
These things
Okay.
happen.
Right. So I'm just gonna get started.
You want me to switch the headphones first, or?
In a sec. Grant, I'm gonna actually hide you from my view.
Oh, I should hide. I can hide my. Yeah, you go to hide non-video participants.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just did.
And then you might want to change Tyler so he has a full name, so it looks more formal.
I could probably change
I-
that one.
I got you. Don't worry.
Even better.
He's the host. He can do anything.
Okay. So I'm gonna start my recording again.
Okay. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay, so thank you both for joining. And before we get started talking about hockey, can you guys do me a little favor and just prop up your computer a little bit on books so you're more at eye level? Tyler, yours is okay. Jake, if you want to make yours a little higher so it's more at your eyes and it's less of looking up at you.
Yeah, one sec.
Yep, no rush.
Do I need any more books or am I all set here?
If you have like a thin one, that wouldn't hurt, but you're pretty
Let
good,
me see.
especially on the phone.
I definitely have some.
How's that?
Yeah, it's a little better. Okay,
I could do one more
then-
if you want.
if you have, sure. Sweet. And then, are you both wearing AirPods?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do either of you have wired headphones like this with a built-in mic on this side? The sound transmits much better with the mics instead of Bluetooth.
I think I have in my living room. Do you mind
If
if I
you
just
don't,
go
like
grab them?
no big deal for right now. It's more of just a feature.
I think that I actually have them just like down the hall. Do you want me to
Yeah.
go grab them?
No rush. No, you're fine.
All right.
Jake, do you have or
Yeah.
great?
And then you can, once you have your wired headphones in, you can turn your Bluetooth off.
All right, Jake, can you hear?
Yep.
Sweet. And then one last thing before we get started. If you go to, and Jake, this is for you, Tyler, not as much for you because you're on the phone. If you click zoom.us up top and click on preferences,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the video section, if you check original ratio and HD and uncheck mirror my video.
Done.
Sweet. All right. So let's get started. So would you guys prefer?
Jake, could tip your screen down a little bit. You got a lot of headspace. There you go. So you're a bit more even. So you're matching the composition. Yeah, Jake, tilt your screen a little bit. You're on a laptop.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So there you go. Sometimes I tell people to do that and they're on a big computer and they get really confused, but.
Sweet. So you guys look all set. You look very professional. So would you guys rather talk about the upcoming NHL season or World Juniors from last night?
I think we should start with the U.S. Getting the gold.
Yeah, it was a heck of a game. Turcotte.
I also,
Yeah.
on that note with both things kind of happening around the same time, like the start of the season, how training camps just started and kicked off with the World Juniors. I think that could actually be a good talking point with how some people are saying the younger guys going into camp that played in the World Juniors now have a slight advantage. So there could potentially be more young players making the big teams this year.
Definitely, especially if you look at the 7 teams that didn't make the bubble. These guys haven't played a game in 10 months. And then you look at guys like Turcotte, Byfield, Zegras. All these guys have gotten into game. Okay, Tyler's gone.
Yeah, I got a quick call, but I'm back.
All right. Anyway, but you, like I was saying, you look at guys like Turcotte, Zegras, Byfield. All these guys have gotten game action in the last 10 days, and they've played at one of the highest levels besides the NHL. And I think it really does give them a step up over guys like maybe Akil Thomas in the Kings camp or other Ducks prospects. In speaking in terms of Zegras, where they're really trying to find those 3rd line, 4th line slots for this season.
Yeah, I think especially in Zegras's terms, he's all the talk around the hockey world right now. And I mean, we were talking about it last night, how the Kings and Ducks prospects were all flown privately out to their training camps last night to probably step on the ice this morning and be expected to perform at the level they were playing at in the World Juniors, if not better. But just the confidence that those players have going into these training camps because of the experiences that they just went through and getting the experience at the pace that they played at is just I think you're going to see most of those guys make the rosters when typically they'd be looking more into a first line American Hockey League role.
Absolutely. The game next year is moving 100 miles an hour. And I'm not sure Zegras needs any more confidence if you saw what he said before the game, saying Canada tested 5-on-5. But I mean, he's had one heck of a tournament. He had the 2nd most points by an American ever in 6 less games or whatever it was. And then Turcotte the last 3 games. I mean, love pumping his tires a little bit. He's a Badger, but he just could not miss. He was in front of the net. And Dave Starman pointed out, more than anything, that guy, if he was blind, could find the front of the net.
Yeah, absolutely. I honestly wonder though, you see all these prospects at the World Juniors and stuff, and then there's guys like Lafreniere who missed it. Obviously, that's a special case, 1st overall pick. It's a no-brainer for the Rangers to hold him out. But maybe you look at a guy like Nick Robertson who opted to stay in Toronto, and he didn't go because he wanted to prepare for camp. And I really wonder what that'll look like, in terms. I don't know if there's any prospects on the Leafs who played in this tournament. We're going to be fighting for a spot, but I wonder what that comparable would look like in terms of readiness and hopping back into camp.
I think the Leafs had one prospect on Russia. I think